All right, so for this training video, we're going to be covering how to add a layer to one of our maps. For this scenario, we're specifically going to be looking at adding a layer to our advanced planning map. So we're going to be covering going through ArcGIS and how to do that. So uh, just starting from the homepage of our CDPH GIS ArcGIS page. We're going to go there. So here's the address. There's also a link to this on our hub. And you just want to make sure that you're signed in. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to groups. And this is just to kind of look at the common group that Cal OES uses to add layers to. So there's a SOC Advanced Planning group. And when you go to this group, you can just search up at the top for SOC Advanced Planning. You're going to see all these different items in here. These items are different things. It just really depends on what they add, but what we're looking for is any item that may say feature layer. So it's not going to be listed as a web map. It's going to be listed as a feature layer, and you can see how it says it right here. So this is always a dynamic environment as to what they add, but you're going to be wanting to look for feature layers. So if you click the link, it's going to take you to the home page for it, where you'll be able to see a description and see, is it going to be points or polygons? That's not really relevant. If you're seeing something that you want on a map, this is just the way to do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up Map Viewer, and this is just going to open up that layer. So we're probably familiar with this view, but this is just visualizing this layer on a map. So I can see up here in the address bar, this is an item ID for this layer. So there's two different ways that we'll go over how to add this layer to our map. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to now go to the content page for ArcGIS. And what this is going to be items that you have created. Now, for our group, our team hasn't created any items, so you're going to want to go to My Groups over on the right, but where I created this content is going to be listed for me. So you're going to want to search for the Advanced Planning map, and you're going to want to open up this one right here. It says it's a web map. So CDPH Advanced Planning Survey web map, and all this is just the underlying web map that is on our Advanced Planning web application. So this is really like the workhorse environment here, where you can do all your editing, set custom views, add layers, delete layers, and so on. So now that my map has opened up, I go up to the top here and I click Add. So I can either search for layers, and I can see here I have content that I've created that I can add, but there's also the area where you can go to groups. So if you know the name of the item, you don't have to go get the item ID. You can just go to My Groups. So click Add, go to My Groups, search for the layer. Now I have the item ID, which is the probably best way to do it, so you don't need to search for a name or anything like that. So all I did was just paste in the item ID, and it's going to search for it in the group, and then you're going to click the plus icon and you're going to add. All I'm doing here is just checking to make sure that it's on here, and you're going to want to click the three dots and go to refresh interval and make sure that you just set that to a convenient time interval for whatever you think it may be. Next thing you're going to want to do is click save. So after you save, what that has done is it added the layer to the map. It saved your refresh interval, and you should be good to go. So I just wanted to show one more thing here. So if you go back up to that add icon and search the ArcGIS online, this is where you saw there's over 10,000 plus layers. This is where there's a lot of stuff from Esri, there's weather layers, there's stuff from the USA Census. So these are all layers that are managed by other people. They're not part of our organization or our groups. We just have access to them because they're posted on ArcGIS online. So here I'm just searching for fires just to see what all's out there. So you can see there's a huge catalog. Same thing, click the plus icon, add it to the map. So the last thing I'm going to do here is just double check my work. So I'm just going to go to the Advanced Planning story journal. Right, takes me to the home landing page here. I'm going to go down to the Advanced Planning map and pop this out because I want to make sure that the underlying web map did take the changes and apply them to the web application. And I can see that those dots from the layer that I just added, which was the reservoir daily levels that is on our map, you can see I can turn it on and off here. So I'm going to go back to the map and just show you how to remove a layer. It's fairly simple. I'm going to go find the layer that I want to remove, click the three dots, click remove. It's going to make sure that you want to do it. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. This was from a previous event. Remove the layer. Again, I'm going to save, and it will then save that to the web application. One other thing you might want to do is if you want to set your view, so whatever view you're zoomed in on here, that will be the default. So same thing, if you have a layer checked on the left that's on the web map, when you save it, the web application will have it defaulted to not be on. So whatever settings you have on the back end on the web map will be visible on the web application. So that's pretty much it. Fairly simple. Again, if you have the item ID, you can simply paste it into your web map. If you don't, you can search the whole ArcGIS catalog and find whatever layer you need, and then just save it.